We got a clash of the Titans last night as LeBron James hosted Luka Doncic, and they gave us 2 extra frames to savor the matchup. But Russell Westbrook wanted in on this one and couldn't stop asking Luka to dance all night. Here's a little waltz they do when wanting to take a foul at the end of the second quarter, and on this post-up, Luka doesn't like the hands on him, glares at the ref even, before hitting him with a spin move and the right hand to the cheek. And all of this culminated in the box out where Russ doesn't like the forearm Doncic is offering. Luka wildly rips the ball away from Gabriel, and you can see Russ starts to size Luka up like a cheetah after its prey. I suspect Russ had had enough of Luka and decided to just take him out. This could have cost them the game, seeing as though it was a unique mix of a fast break take foul and a flagrant one, which gave the Mavericks 2 free throws and the ball back. But Jason Kidd might not have realized he could have chosen anyone to shoot the free throws, considering he had a much better shooter in Spencer Dinwiddie on the floor. Make no mistake, Russ played well overall. He hit 2 key 3-pointers in crunch time when the Lakers needed a bucket, but he also blew 4 layups during this time, so Russ tends to even the game out. But the real treat was seeing the 2 heavyweights go at each other. LeBron specialized in transition bully ball, knowing the Mavericks didn't have anyone his size that could meet him in the middle of the floor and stop him from getting to the basket. There wasn't anything clever in his attack, just point that shoulder into the defender and keep trucking towards the basket. This led to a number of baskets and free throw opportunities and kind of made me feel bad for these guys who don't have the strength to hold him off. Spencer valiantly tries to take a charge, but he couldn't quite get in front. Both Hardaway Jr. and Bullock did their best but are just too small to have much of an effect, and Bullock learned the hard way that trying to reach in on his dribble won't do anything to bother LeBron. Of course, the one guy who does have the weight to match LBJ is Luka, and this blow to his midsection most likely caused Luka to rethink this in a painful way. On the other end, the Lakers tried to confuse Luka by mixing up their coverages. Most of the time they were straight doubling him to get it out of his hands, but there were plenty of possessions where the defense would just switch and take their chances with the matchup. A good way to avoid the double teaming is to get Luka off ball and attacking quickly off the catch into a step-up screen here. Check the yo-yo dribble made popular by Chris Paul, which gets Thomas Bryant waddling backwards, and then the beautiful footwork to pivot around the right foot with a pass fake, turn, shot fake, and step through strong off both feet for the and one. The Mavericks were testing the Lakers defense early to see how they'd play Luka, and it's important to note who is guarding the ball screener since that's who ends up switching on to Luka. Max Christie doesn't have the package to hold Luka off, JTA comes over to double, which means LeBron needs to rotate over and Schroeder has to move up. The last part doesn't happen, leaving a shooter wide open for the easy triple and assist to Luka. If you're wondering why they felt the need to double Luka in the post, here's what happened when they tried to put Schroeder on him. Luka waits to see if the defense is coming, and then a simple spin move catches Schroeder leaning towards the sideline. Christie is lost as a rotational help player, and it's an easy runner. Again with no double and the young Christie on him, Luka licks his chops with a nice hezzy, muscles him out of the way, and puts it in the bucket. What's clear about watching both Luka and LeBron on the court together is that they play at their own comfortable pace. Because they're not rushed, they can achieve a flow state that enables great decision making, and a good way for you to achieve this while training is by listening to your favorite music. And that's where Raycon's everyday earbuds come in. With optimized gel tips, it gives you the perfect in-ear fit so you can perform all manner of basketball moves and they will not budge. Trust me, they offer 8 hours of playtime and a 32-hour battery life, all for half the price of other premium audio brands. I've been working out with a lot more energy because these Raycons give me 3 customizable sound profiles to ensure incredible audio quality. These earbuds block out background noise so well you can just focus on improving your skills, and let's face it, I need a lot more Raycon training time. Use my special link to get an even better deal. Head over to buyraycon.com/bball to get 15% off your purchase. There are 2 ways you can double Luka in the Mavs offense. The first is to let the Mavs set a pick and roll and blast him. The Mavs seemed ready for this as Luka hits the short roll, but when it's Dwight Powell and not Christian Wood, it's a lot less effective. He has the option of a quick pass to Ntilikina, who's not a good shooter, or a pivot and fire to Bullock, who has been struggling this season but is normally pretty good. By dribbling at first, it robs Bullock of an open shot and leads to whatever this attempt is by Powell, giving the Lakers reason to double Luka in the first place. Here's an adjustment Luka makes to the double off the ball screen. Instead of hitting the short roll, he released the pressure with a pass to the wing. There is simply no way to rotate quickly enough to Wood on the roll from here, and what normally would be an easy dunk is thwarted by an incredible block by Wenyen. Again, more reason for the Lakers to keep doing this strategy. The other way to double Luka is to simply run at him when he's got the ball in his hands. You can see the Mavs are well prepared for this, as Wood is cutting to the free throw line the second JTA begins to double. With the ball in the middle of the floor, there are lots of options to dice up the defense. Where they have the advantage is on the left side with the 2-on-1 versus LeBron, but by going back to the right, it makes it easy for Dennis Schroeder to close out hard and force up an impossible shot, which Dinwiddie promptly hits anyway. In the third, we got a great glimpse into the chess match. As they started out by chasing him to double, that really freaked Luka out as he wandered to the corner and then threw a creative but wild pass into the backcourt. The Mavs went kinda big with Wood and Powell together, and by Wood sneaking underneath the play, he lures LeBron into jumping Luka at the right wing. Again, Luka gets it to him at the free throw line with Powell directly underneath him and Russ in an untenable situation. He must go to the ball, and Troy Brown Jr. is theoretically responsible for rotating all the way over to protect the rim, as LeBron lets him know in no uncertain terms. And there's Wood sneaking under the defense again, and this time it's Kendrick Nunn who doesn't sink down to take away the pass for the layup, while LeBron turns to the bench to say, "Let's stop doing this." The Lakers got their own taste of doubling when LeBron got the ball, and they started out with good results, utilizing James's gravity to open up shots for others. But the Mavericks rotated very well throughout the night, indicating to me that they're a well-coached team and very prepared. They double properly from the weak side, and as the ball gets moving, everyone moves on a string to rotate to the open man. Davis Bertans is a step late, recognizing he must get to the corner, but he does fly by and Nunn misses it badly. Most of the doubles on LeBron were in the post, and you can see them set up the skip pass with Schroeder setting the flare screen for Christie. Luka does a nice spin around the pick and contest, and Christie is way off when he abbreviates his dip to get it off before Luka gets there. So the Lakers were poised to win this tough game after Russ hit 2 clutch free throws. And if you've been watching this channel for a while, you know how much I stress fouling when up by 3 points and less than 10 seconds left. Just eliminate the ability for the team to tie the game with a long distance shot. Of course, Luka reminded us that lightning sometimes strikes, but I'm sure they'd gladly just foul Dinwiddie here or Luka here instead of letting the smaller Schroeder watch him rise up on a step back and just cold knock this shot down. Can you hear me shaking my head? The last shot for the Lakers saw LeBron get the Luka treatment, running at him out top with a double team. This Troy Brown look was pretty good, and this contact by Hardaway Jr. is what they consider a high five incidental contact, since the ball was out of his hands before contact was made. I thought the refs did a pretty good job overall in this game, but the last 2-minute report did find 7 calls that were not made properly. The Lakers switched tactics on Luka in the overtimes, with Russ doing an excellent job to just deny Luka the ball. And you can see him give up on the offense and walk away, forcing the other Mavs to create a shot that, while good, doesn't go in. As we got to the end of overtime, LeBron and Luka gave us what we wanted, a one-on-one matchup, and James promptly blows right by Doncic, steps around Christian Wood, and does something unusual these days. Tries to get all the way to the hoop for a game winner. Most players don't do this for fear that the refs will let the players decide it, ignoring contact that might occur. Well, there was clear contact on LeBron's left arm going up, which clearly affected the shot, and that means a second overtime. I love seeing the Lakers set a ball screen for LeBron with Luka's man, force a switch, and let these two go at it again. I'm sure LeBron was exhausted, Schroeder was upset LeBron wasn't going to pass, and he ends up settling for a contested 3. On the other end, we get the same matchup as a straight ISO. Luka goes into his dance, LeBron doesn't bite, and the quick pull tried to get the ref to blow his whistle, but there wasn't enough contact and the Mavs come up empty. With Russ's 3-point percentage, it allows his man to sag way off of him, in this case getting in LeBron's way as he started going downhill. The Mavs were happy with the shot, but so were the Lakers, as Russ improves his rhythm immensely by using the hop to get this shot off, and it was a big one. Unclear why the Lakers didn't run an immediate double at Luka in the post here, as he promptly lays it in before LeBron can rotate over to help. This isn't really a double either. Luka could have passed it back to Spencer for an open 3, but he barely misses this step back pet shot of his. The Lakers are still down 3 and LeBron clears Brown out of there. He prefers to attack Powell in the pick and roll. However, this allows Luka to hover in his way, daring LeBron to pass to Brown Jr. for a corner 3. With this much time left, the decision to shoot this three was a bad one. LeBron's elbow flares out to the right, so shooting off the dribble while going in that direction is the hardest shot he could take. Notice how high his right leg kicks up to control the in-air turn for alignment to the basket. The Lakers are forced to foul. It becomes a 2-possession game with only 1 possession left. And the Mavericks walk away with a thrilling victory. Another notch in Luka's belt as he took on the king and sat in his throne. But circle February 26th on your calendar, sports fans. The rematch is going to be even better.